With graphics cards getting bigger and heavier, more than often we're starting to see a problem. Yes, that's right, GPU sag. Not only does it look terrible in your system, but it can also damage your motherboard and your graphics card. But there are some options out there that you can use. One of them is free, and there are plenty of tutorials online around this, and it's about putting a screw in the back of your system to just mount the graphics card and twist it slightly so that it doesn't sag so much. I'm not going to say whether that actually works or not. I'm not sure. I think some people have had success with it and others haven't. Another option is a little bracket that sits underneath your graphics card and just puts up a little bit of pressure at the back to stop it from sagging so much. Now they're usually the cheapest option, or you can use something like a vertical mount, but vertical mounting isn't for everybody and sometimes you can have thermal issues. The other option is an actual anti-sag bracket. Now there's many different types out there at lots of different prices, and the one we're looking at today is this, the Master ELV8. I've been meaning to pick one of these up for a long time now, and I finally got around to doing it. So I thought we'd just take a look through what you get and how it works. As far as anti-sag brackets go, this is actually one of the more premium. It's much more expensive than a lot of the others out there, but it kind of caught my eye because of the additional lighting, and being Master branded, I tend to have a lot of that stuff. Looking at the packaging, it's pretty standard of Master. You've got the purple, it shows the product, and it's got all the specifications on the back. If we open it up, we'll be able to see that it's actually packed quite well. We've got extra padding and sponges. We've got instruction and warranty booklets. And we have the bracket itself. Now, as far as design goes, it's quite sturdy, quite thick steel, so it's not going to bend at all. We have an additional RGB lighting in the front, which is actually covered by what seems to be a plastic covering. And we have an adjustable bracket at the end, so we can adjust it back and forward and up and down to wherever our graphics card is. The cable that actually comes for the RGB is a 3-pin addressable cable, and they've gone to all the length of braiding it, so it'll look really good in the system and it'll pretty much blend in so you won't see it. Additionally, they give you some extra thumb screws, so you get 3 of them. A small clip which allows you to clip the 2 3-pin connectors together if you're extending it. They're really useful. You don't see them often, but they are useful because the 3-pin and 4-pin RGB connections tend to come apart quite easily. And they give you an extra cable with some extra little pins so that you can actually do a bit of a split in case you need some more. Now this one in particular also goes off to a motherboard feature, so you've got the Gigabyte end and you've also got the ASRock and Asus and MSI end, so it pretty much will fit anything, including an external controller. Apart from that, that's pretty much all you get in the box. Now I've pulled my system out at the moment because I don't actually have a graphics card that causes sag in any of the other systems. This is my personal system, and although it's not too bad, I don't have any issues with the sag, it's the only one that I can actually see that does have a little bit. So what this bracket would actually do is it would mount under here. So where your PCI slot actually screws on, you will screw this bracket there, and then you can adjust it up to wherever your graphics card needs to go. So to fit it, we need a screwdriver, and we need to remove the PCI screws from underneath. Now you can leave the PCI blanks in, because you don't need to actually take the blanks out. So now that we've got the bracket installed at the back and into where the PCI slots are, all we need to do is adjust the front to wherever our graphics card needs to be. Now because mine didn't have much of a sag problem in the first place, it's at its lowest setting, and I've just touched it on the end of the graphics card, and then we can tighten it up. And that's pretty much how you install them. It's a very simple process. As the system's not on at the moment, and I want to keep these cables off of the GPU so you can actually see the bracket, I'm going to be testing it with my desktop PSU. So I've connected up an ARGB controller. We'll plug it in, we'll flick the switch, and as you can see, the RGB starts to light up. Now this can actually blend in with any of your systems, so you can plug it straight onto the motherboard, you can plug it onto a controller just like I have now, and you can control it the same way as you can with any ARGB piece. So we can change the colours, we can really blend it into a theme. Now I like this model because it does only come with that single line. It's not anything more fancy. There's not loads of different RGB all over it, and obviously it's got the Cooler Master logo in there. So if you're doing a build with a lot of Cooler Master products and you really want to show off the brand, this item is actually a really good item to have, particularly if you've got GPU sag. Now let me know in the comments if you've got one of these, anything to look out for, what kind of experience you've had with it. Has it worked for you, or has it caused more issues? Like this video if you like these kind of videos, and I'll see you again next time.